say goodbye, combo decks. What is up YouTube, Jamie the Kid 00 here, coming to you guys with a brand new video. So today, literally 15 minutes ago at time of recording, the new limited and forbidden list dropped for Yu-Gi-Oh! And I thought I'd bring you the opinions of a washed up guy who's not really played a whole lot of meta. So this is going to be a little bit different from probably what a lot more of your clued in YouTubers are going to be into. So it's going to be hopefully a different take. Before I dive into things, I wanted to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, and that is cardmarket.com. We are going to be working together across my Facebook, Instagram and Twitter to share some codes with you guys. So if you have to make changes for your decks, you can pick up some cards from them using a little bit of free credit. Anyway, we'll get into that in a moment and then onto the list. Today's video is sponsored by cardmarket.com. Cardmarket.com is your one-stop shop for the European TCG market. Shop from all major card games in all major languages. I use Cardmarket almost every day for my deck profile stocks and my ever-growing foreign collection. With Cardmarket, you can search in all conditions, all rarities, and all languages. Check out the link to their site in the description down below. Cardmarket is also sponsoring free giveaways on my Facebook page, so be sure to check out that page in the link below. Play hard and trade smart with cardmarket.com. So, starting out the list update, I'm going to be using the Twitter post that I found it all on, and that is going to be starting out with the Forbidden section update. And the first card we're going to see going away is Union Carrier. So, Union Carrier, very, very happy to see that go away. In fact, all three of the cards on here I'm very happy to see go away, because every single one of these contributes to a degenerate combo or a degenerate lockout. So, for example, when I was playing, you could play things like the Orcust combo that searched the Buster Whelp that then stopped you from special summoning. And if we don't get away with, if we don't remove Union Carrier and we remove the Buster Whelp, well, we're going to have the, I think there was a spell canceller one, there are a few other cancelling ones that you just don't want in the game. So removing that, absolutely phenomenal. It stops that bug dead. It is a bit unfortunate for things like ABC strategies and other Union strategies that really only just starting to get back off of the ground after the hits they'd had previously, and now Union Carrier going is unfortunate for them, but I think it is the biggest enabler that needs to go the way of the Forbidden list. We're then seeing number S0 Utopic Zexal go the way of the dinosaurs, and honestly I couldn't be happier about that. The combo with the Numeron system to make that play just didn't belong in Yu-Gi-Oh! There shouldn't be a one-card play to lock your opponent out of cards for 3 turns. Just shouldn't exist. And then in a very, very similar vein, we're going to see True King of all Calamities, a lock card or a soft lock card, however you want to phrase it, that people have been constantly pushing towards for so long. So many strategies have been trying to push it out because it is such an obscenely good card, has gone away. Now, the one thing that this opens up, which I'd love for you guys to educate me on in the comment section down below, is that I understand with Virtual World, and I don't know if there's been any other changes later on the list, I understand that with Virtual World, they're very capable of other degenerate strategies like hand loops and things like that. So I'm very concerned that this going away is going to open up the avenue for things like hand loops. So you guys can tell me if that's gone, if that's going to be a thing. So continuing through, we will jump into what has gone to 1 on this list, and that's only one card. One card has been moved to limited, and that is Cyber Angel Ben 10. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm not all that good or all that clued in on the Drytron deck at the moment. I don't know a huge amount about that deck, so I'm not too sure of how big this impact is. Of course, I'm sure it's fairly impactful because it now means that realistically the deck is only going to be able to make the ridiculous plays that Ben 10 can enable once, as long as it recycles it. But I think Ben 10 is a card that definitely needs to be reduced in quantity because it is just a very, very good card for ritual strategies. But frustratingly, I'm afraid I actually don't know enough to comment any further on that one. Moving through to unlimited, so no cards are going to semi-limited on this list, and I think for the most part that's good. Semi-limited really isn't something that has that huge of an effect. However, a fair few cards are moving to unlimited. So the Buster Blader strategy does see a bit more power return with the change to Dragon Buster Destruction Sword, now going back to 3, I believe, from Forbidden. Of course, it was previously forbidden because of its interactions with Union Carrier. Now they're just removing the actual problem card from the whole situation. Firewall Dragon is, of course, having an errata in the upcoming Ghost Rare Edition or the upcoming kind of new Gold series, I believe. So, of course, with that errata, Firewall Dragon becomes a much more reasonable card, because I believe you can only special summon a card from your hand, and I think it has to be a Cyberburst now once per turn, whereas before, the Goki strategy you could invoke with it was absolutely bananas. So very, very happy to see those changes there. Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardish, of course, now goes to 3. A little bit of an update for some of the dark strategies, your Phantom Knight, your BA, and your forgotten the name of it now, Orca strategies can of course make a bit more use of Rusty Bardish again. Duloran, of course, in line with the new Ice Barrier release, is going back to 3. A lot of the hand loops that Duloran was famed for now no longer function, and that was the problems that were causing Duloran to be a forbidden card in the first place. So we're now going to see that back and available at 3. No qualms with that. In a similar vein, Ignis Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer, is now coming back to 3. Of course, this was a card that went to very small numbers. I believe was forbidden for a little while, and of course went to 1 because of the power of Pendulum. With the newer Master Rule and the nerfs to Pendulum, of course, we are going to see a shift away from the amount of power that it was able to draw upon. So I think Ignis Prominence going back to 3 is a nice buff for some of those older Pendulum strategies that can incorporate tuners. I don't think it's going to cause a huge amount of problems in the metagame. Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force, I believe, had a really, really broken interaction with Utopic Zexal in the past. So I believe with Utopic Zexal going away, this card goes to 3. And then finally, closing out the changes, True King's Return is now moving to 3 off of the limited and forbidden list, and that concerns me. True King's Return, in combination with Dynamite Fighter, the larger True King card that isn't, or True Draco card that isn't Masterpiece, of course. With that, those two together represent ridiculously good card economy, and I think the deck is going to be a very, very strong contender for control deck metagame going into the new season or the new format with this limited and forbidden list update. So really do watch the strength of True Draco. I think it's going to be really strong and really up there with Eldritch. And it's interesting to see that the Eldritch strategy, which of course I've been playing a little bit of on the channel, hasn't changed. And in fact, trap decks in general haven't seen much of a change or a hit from this. In fact, a lot of the really combo-oriented decks are now, of course, going to slow down by the looks of things. And that's, of course, going to mean that trap decks have a better time in the metagame. And then as a final note, I actually quite like that this is a provision that's now been put on there to stop you having to spend, say, a week of the format with obscenely broken combos that really shouldn't have existed with the way they tried to balance the game. There is actually an undernote saying that the change to Firewall Dragon does not take effect until April the 14th, 2021, because of the fact that that's not until the product releases, to my understanding, with the new Ghost Rare variant, with the new text. So you're not going to be able to play with Firewall Dragon with its original text, so you're not going to have any ridiculous combos dominating their way through your remote dual locals for the first few weeks of this list being in effect. But that does bring me to about the end of the list. So with that, I just thought I'd take the opportunity to have a quick scroll through the comment section and see what people have kind of talked about a little bit, see if I have any thoughts that I can share, because it's a bit unique that we're doing a limited and forbidden list using Twitter on this one. So, of course, Thunder Dragon Colossus is still at 0. I'm inclined to agree. There is a little bit of a debate about whether or not the card should come back. I think that I'd be inclined to say we could see it at 1, but it's just another control deck with a soft lock card that doesn't entirely belong in the meta, that can very, very quickly shut down a lot of strategies. So it's a bit of a problematic card. Drytron is dead until the Xyz comes out in May, so maybe, of course, with Ben 10 going to 1, Drytron is just not a playable strategy. Mirage Stalio staying banned. I think Mirage Stalio can stay forbidden. I really don't dislike that. Apparently, the actual limited and forbidden list on the website hasn't updated yet. No one's actually gotten around to updating the actual website just yet. Well, that's absolutely fine. That will there we go. It took them a little bit. They were slightly lagged behind. Then otherwise, people talking about thank goodness that the change to Firewall Dragon is coming. I just realised a little bit of this is cut off on the stream. I do apologise. Of course, someone pointing out that there has been no change to Dragoon. So Dragoon is still a thing, and Dragon Link as a deck still works. So that's going to be problematic for the game. Just having a quick look through the last few of these. Drytron Bros. Yep, you're in a bad place, Drytron folks. Union Carrier, yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. Like, I understand that you probably needed it for your strategy, but it just can't stick around. Yeah, I mean, this is a very relevant comment about the fact that no one wants to play 3 out of 4 rounds of Salamangreat. I remember when I practiced Salamangreat for the YCS I played it at. You can check the list on my channel. That was, oh yeah, everywhere. All you played against was Salamangreat because it was so cheap. If you just went to a locals, you could reasonably expect that your opponent was probably just going to open Salamangreat combo every single game and every single turn. So it was just absolutely horrible. Very interesting to see that Argent Chaos Force is now coming back. Of course, it is a very, very strong rank up card, so we'll see how that interacts. Yeah, people asking for Electromite back. I wish we could have Electromite. Electromite would be really, really nice for the Pendulum strategy. But hey, we got Ignis to Prominence. We'll work with that for the moment. Union Carrier's gone away. Rusty at 3. Let's go. Yeah, people happy about Calamities. Yeah, it's very sad to see Pendulum decks going away. Yeah, I mean they wouldn't even, they still wouldn't even be rogue realistically. Okay, people who thought that Priorata Firewall was coming back for a month, that could have been crazy. Yeah, Zodiac Eldritch, that's the deck that I'm really considering picking up because I really liked Zodiac previously. And Eldritch coming along, I'm definitely going to spend a bit more time with that. LP, of course, survived, so we still have access to that part of the Dragon combo. People bringing this to Farfa's attention. He'll, of course, bring you guys a video. But yeah, I think we'll call the comment section there. I hope you have all enjoyed. Again, check out my social media platforms. I am going to be working with Card Market over the next few days to bring you a few codes to help you pick up and make changes to any of your strategies that have been affected by this list. But otherwise, I hope you have all enjoyed. Let me know if you have. Please leave a like down below to let me know you did. Subscribe if you're new here. Share this with your friends if you think they'd enjoy. And I'll see you guys next time with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Related content. Peace out. Bye-bye.